Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to change up the scenery with this week's video. I am basically just opposite of what I usually film. Usually you guys are behind my computer. Now you guys are in front of it and you're seeing my desk with my palettes there and my little plant and my Anastasia contour book, and then my Kevin Aquan book, some lipsticks, and then where my brushes are. So I just kind of thought it'd be like kind of a fun thing. I know the lighting is like really crappy and it's way better when you guys are on the other side, but I mean you guys must get really bored of constantly just staring at a blank wall behind me. I am trying to get some artwork for that. That's kind of in the works right now. I've just had no inspiration to, like, anything I've seen has just been so like mediocre and just like meh. Yeah, I've definitely, you know, been keeping an eye out, but it's still been really tough. One thing I'm just gonna say real quick about me is I just got my hair done a couple of days ago. I'm gonna take this off. It's going right back on, but I'm just gonna take it off. So my hair is like gray. It's like gray. Pretty crazy though. We basically just kind of did a whole schmozzle of colors. Like we used the hair dyes that Guy Tang uses, and Guy Tang is just a god with the hair, so we used the dyes that he uses, and basically it kind of came out with like this. It kind of has some lilac in it, some like bonbon candy, and I think there was like a little bit of like amethyst and some crazy stuff like that, but like just a schmozzle of colors ended up being like this. If you guys really want to know about my hair and about like what it took to get to this color, I can definitely ask Felicia and we can do like a video on that. But for right now, I'm just gonna put my beanie on because it's a little cray right now as usual. So yeah, but I just did want to show you guys exactly what was happening with my hair.
I am in Silver Unicorn.
April is coming to an end real quick. It is the 30th right now. April 30th as I'm filming this, so there's literally one more day until it's done. So I just wanted to show you guys some things that I've been absolutely loving this month as it is coming to an end. So let's just get started. So I've been getting really into facial sprays, and I'm going to show you a couple that I've been really loving. First one is by Badescu. It is their facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. So I believe this is just a tiny little guy. I got this when I went to Arizona around April 5th to 12th. Then I got this at Ulta, and I think it was only like $5 to $10. I knew that Nicole Guerriero had used it and loves it. So I definitely wanted to try it out just to see, you know, how it would look with my skin. So what I do for this guy is I put this on before I put on my foundation. Usually I'll spray this, put on my primer, and then my foundation, and it works really good. I love the smell of it. I just think it gives some hydration to my skin. I do use moisturizer before I put on any makeup, or even before I put on a facial spray, but this just really, I think, gives my face a nice texture, and I just love this stuff a lot. And it is for all skin types, so it's not just for normal to oily or normal to dry. Any skin type can use this facial spray and reap the benefits. The next facial spray that I want to talk to you about is a staple product, and you guys are going to be like, why have you not tried this before, you crazy biatch? But this is the MAC Fix Plus facial spray. And yes, this is just a little mini one because this is honestly my first time trying it. I can honestly say I'm gonna go back there and get like 2 full-size ones because I absolutely love this. This is something that I love to put on after I've done my makeup. I have put it on before, but I just think that it's more of a setting spray more than anything. Like, it's something that you'd want to put on after your makeup is done to set it. Whereas like my Badescu one, I find that one works better if you just put it on before because it's more of like a skincare product, whereas this one's like a makeup facial spray. So I've been loving this. I love the smell of it. I think it's an amazing spray. This was only like 12 bucks. I got this and a little makeup remover by MAC as well. So altogether it was like 24 bucks for like a, however, like a fluid ounce of this and then a fluid ounce of the makeup remover. Like I said, I've been loving the Fix Plus and I might even use it right now. I just like, I can't get enough of the smell. Like, it just smells amazing. Next, I'm going to go into a primer that I've been absolutely loving this month and been using quite frequently. This is the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with Anti-Acne Treatment. I have nothing but good things to say about this primer. It is such a beautiful consistency. It has such a smooth consistency, especially for a silicone primer. It feels like it's hydrating, but at the same time it's still a silicone primer, so it's still going to give you that matted effect and that blurred look, but you're also going to feel like you've just been hydrated because it does have the anti-acne treatment in it. And honestly, all of the Cover FX primers feel exactly like this one, but they all do different things, which is really cool. So I decided to get the anti-acne treatment, which has 1% salicylic acid, so it's going to help control pimples and production of oil as well. I've been absolutely loving this primer. I use it almost every time I wear a liquid foundation. I just posted my top 8 foundations today, and I did mention the Cover FX brand, but if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below. But also, I did talk a little bit about Cover FX, and Cover FX is a vegan brand, so it is paraben, talc, mineral oil, fragrance, and gluten-free. So you are good with this brand. Any person with sensitive skin can use it, and it's just a great product. Next, I'm going to be talking about 2 foundations that I've been absolutely loving. And I know I just said this, I just posted my top 8 foundations, but these are just like life to me. The only reason I didn't include this foundation that I'm about to talk about in my top 8 foundations is because honestly, I know it's a really great foundation, but I just was not reaching for it as much as I was reaching for the other ones that I mentioned. Foundation was an honorable mention, but it just didn't make the cut. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. I love this foundation because of its longevity. The finish of it is so matte. And if I loved matte, it'd probably be up in the top 8, but all those foundations that I pretty much mentioned, they're all, for the most part, like they set as a dewier foundation than matte. I think the only one that is like really matte in that whole, and any of the foundations that I mentioned was the YSL Fusion Ink Foundation, and that one even is, you know, quite dewy. So that's the reason why it didn't make the cut. That's the only reason, but it's still such an amazing foundation. I've been wearing it for the past week pretty much, like almost every day, because it's my perfect skin tone for when I'm self-tanned and it's kind of starting to wear off, like after a couple days, or usually like 5 days after I've self-tanned. This is like the perfect shade for me. I've been loving the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation, and my shade is in 2.1. And honestly, I even said in my last video that I wanted to do a product review on this, but I'm going to mention it again just to basically shove it down your throats to buy it because of how amazing it is. No, I'm just kidding. This is the Nude Air Serum Deteint by Dior. So this is just such an amazing foundation. It has really like changed my life. Like, I've always been a medium to full coverage kind of girl, but just using this and knowing that I can get the same results and not have to, you know, cake as much makeup on, just makes it like so much like cooler. I'm just like, yes! I only have to put a good drop of foundation and that pretty much covers my entire face. Now, like, saying that, it's not going to cover everything. That's kind of a big thing that, like, when I first got it, I was just like, oh my god, like, it's evening out my face, and it looks like this looks like my skin but better. But I mean, throughout the day you realize, okay, well, you know, that's starting to show up, or I think that was there and I didn't even notice. So I mean, it's not going to cover everything, and it's not a super long wearing foundation, but it's gonna look like your skin, so people aren't even gonna know that you're wearing foundation. They're just gonna think that you have nice skin, which I like once in a while. I don't like people to be like, you just look like a doll, you must have so much makeup on. Like, I don't want to feel like that all the time, you know? This is just a great foundation if you want a your skin but better type of foundation to work with. So been loving this one, and my shade is in 020. I'm kind of going in order here, so I'm doing like facial sprays, primers, foundations, and then I'm going to mention a couple of concealers now. So for concealers, surprisingly, you know what, not surprisingly, I have a lot of concealers. Like, you guys should see my concealers. I'm going to show you my concealers. These are all of the concealers that I have. Some of these are like MAC Paint Pot, like primers for the eyes. I think there's only 2 though. There's only 2 primers for the eyes. The rest are all The rest are all concealers. So I have anything from like MAC Pro Longwear to the Rimmel Match Perfection to NYX HD Concealer to Clarins Instant Concealer, like Cover FX Concealer. I have tons, but these are the two that I've honestly been using the most, and it's crazy because I never would have thought that I would actually, you know, consider even using these. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this has like just totally changed. It's just nuts. I love this concealer. It reminds me a lot of the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is just like so expensive. I honestly think it's a great concealer on it. Like, it covers what it needs to, and I love how it has the wand, so it's really easy to use, and it does have the same consistency as Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and it's maybe not even as thick as it. Like, it's almost like it's more of a thinner consistency, but I've absolutely been loving this. So that's kind of what it looks like. It is definitely not my lightest concealer. I do have lighter concealers, but I've been pretty tan as of lately, so this has more of like a yellowish tone. It's not so pink because usually my pink based concealers are really light, like super light. Love using this. And the second one, again, never thought I'd be liking this concealer. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Effect Plus Radiant Glow Concealer. This is very similar to the Maybelline Fit Me, so that's probably why I love both of these. But again, like a decent amount of coverage and just great consistency, very thin and easy to use, and I can just press it in right with my finger. Like, I just love the wand idea. Any concealer with a wand that's like a decent product, like, give it to me. So next, I'm going to just talk about this really quickly. This is the EOS Lip Balm. Usually they come in the eggs. This is the first time I've ever seen it in like a lip chap, like an actual lip chap form. Mint is my favorite type of lip chap, so the fact that this is an EOS lip chap and it actually just comes in a stick form just blows my mind. I did get this in Ulta in the States. In Canada, I'm sure you can get them like anywhere, but I've just never seen them yet, so I was so pumped when I saw this. So I'm loving this lip product for hydrating my lips and priming them before I put on my lipstick. It's just a great product. The next product that I will be talking about is very dear to my heart and is actually like one of the lip colors that I've been wearing for most of the time, with me being gray, because I just think it complements it so good. I'm actually wearing it today.
Armani.
This is the Giorgio Armani Rouge D'Armani lipstick in the shade 507. This is the lipstick that I got in Italy, and I've been absolutely loving it because this shade here goes really well with gray hair. I don't know what it is, but it just matches amazingly. Yes. Another one very similar that I've been loving is the Nars Audacious lipstick in Anita. Really similar to my Giorgio Armani one. It's a little bit of a different tone. It's a little bit darker. Both these shades just go awesome with gray hair. And you just see it on people who have like the gray dyed hair, and you're just like, ugh. I decided I went to heaven, like, oh my god. So this product is going to be a brush, and I know I have an endless supply of them and I just keep buying them because brushes are everything. This is the Real Techniques blush brush, and I've been using this non-stop. I use this every single day, like literally every single day. I use this for bronzer, I use it for blush, I use it for highlight. Like, if I'm on the go, I just use this one brush for everything, like literally everything. It's just so nice and flimsy that it just takes whatever product you put on it and just spreads it so evenly onto your face, and I think I just love that. Like, ugh, like I just can't get enough of this brush. I love the whole Real Techniques line in general. Like, I have a majority of their brushes, but yeah, I've been absolutely loving this one because I use it every single day. So the next product is a very popular product, I think, for mascara wise, and I know lots of my favorite beauty vloggers use it. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, and I did get this in Arizona as well, and I really love this mascara. I mean, I'm not one to really purchase very expensive mascaras just because to me it's just mascara, but I wanted to splurge a little bit, and I think the packaging is really cute too, and I'm really glad that I did get it. It's a beautiful mascara. The only thing that I can say is that I feel like it's been drying out on me like crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever had this mascara, but let me know your experience with it and how long it's lasted, because I feel like it's like almost done and I've used it maybe like 10 times, so I really don't use it that much. Like, I only use it for basically special occasions. I just feel like it's like running out on me, and like that's not cool, so I'm trying to figure that out. So the next and last product is so dear to my heart. I did get this when I was in Arizona as well, but you guys are probably gonna know exactly what this is. Becca Cosmetics Moonstone Shimmering Skin Perfector. So this is like everything. It is so beautiful. Like, even like with this crappy lighting, you just know it's like amazing. I did, like I said, get this at Ulta. I got like quite a few things at Ulta when I was there, because there's one right by my grandma's place, and I'm just like, oh, let's go to Ulta. I have absolutely been loving this so much. I think it is just the perfect like golden bronzy shimmery shade. I've been absolutely loving this highlighter. I think it is just the bee's knees, thebomb.com. It just gives you the most beautiful highlight, which I am wearing today. I put it like pretty much all over my face. I was just dusting it everywhere. I guess I will mention like Z palettes. Z palettes like save my life, especially when you are traveling or you're in a rush. Like, these are all the Z palettes that I have. This one is like fully loaded, just full of eyeshadows that I got from my work. Like, all of these were like free. Those are all Clinique eyeshadows. And then I got these in Italy, and yeah, pretty much like all those were like free. This is just all of my face powders. There's a couple of Wet n Wild eyeshadows in there, but this is pretty much just all face powders. I keep my most favorite Anastasia contour powders in here. So I believe I have, this is Havana, and then I believe this one is Java. And this palette smells so good because of these 6 powders here. These are all from Benefit Cosmetics, and they just smell amazing. So this whole palette just smells awesome. Like, who knew powders could smell good? Well, they do. Okay. And then this is where I keep my highlighting powders from Anastasia. And then most of these here are Morphe eyeshadows. And then, yeah, these are my three Anastasia highlighting powders. And then some like schmozzles of like Lancome, and this is like a Sephora blush. So I just have the schmozzle, but honestly, these are just so great to take traveling because it just saves so much room. You don't have to take like a bunch of your stuff. You just kind of mix and match what you need. It's just the greatest thing ever invented. And by the way, I did order the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, so that should be coming in soon. You did have to pre-order it, I think, by a certain date. Like, no one was getting it right after. You had to wait till April 30th, which is like today, but it actually shipped, I think, yesterday. It shipped, I think it shipped on the 28th. It shipped on the 28th or the 29th. I need to go to bed. Basically, I got it in time. I was watching Jaclyn's videos and she was telling everyone when they were gonna be back in stock, so I just like stalked her videos, make sure that I knew when they were online, and they finally were available for pre-order. So I'm so excited to get my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Like, I'm totally gonna do a tutorial with it. But thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I hope that, you know, you guys liked the different change of scenery. I know I did, just because even I, like, looking at my own videos, I'm like I need something. And I will eventually. It won't just be my my house coat and my bags and all that crap. Trust me, I'm trying to get something different, but it might take a little longer, so just bear with me. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I love you guys so much. Mwah.
It is the Rouge Armani. So I did it, like I said,